Food safety. After this lesson, you will be able to define key terms, list common foodborne illnesses, and list the simple steps to food safety. Salmonella, botulism, E. coli infection, gastroenteritis. You may not know what these words mean, but they sure sound nasty, don't they? To help you protect yourself and your family and friends from these foodborne illnesses, you need to learn 4 simple steps that can help minimize the risks. Clean, separate, cook, and chill. When foods or beverages have been contaminated with germs, particularly bacteria, food poisoning or foodborne illness occurs. Food poisoning can develop from 1/2 hour to several days after eating contaminated food. Common bacteria that causes food poisoning: C. botulinum, E. coli, salmonella. For foodborne illnesses: salmonella, botulism, E. coli infection, gastroenteritis. Salmonella, which you can get from contaminated water, kitchen services, eggs, and raw chicken, seafood, and other meats. Botulism, which you can get from home canned foods with low acid content, such as asparagus, green beans, beets, and corn, as well as improperly handled foods. E. coli, which you can get from undercooked meat, especially hamburger meat or beef. Gastroenteritis, you can get from food that has been contaminated by food preparers, handlers who have gastroenteritis, especially if they do not wash their hands regularly, and from shellfish contaminated by sewage. Step 1. Clean. Always wash your hands after you use the bathroom. Touch raw meat or poultry. Touch a cut or a sore. Play with a cat or a dog. And after coughing, sneezing, or blowing your nose or handling garbage. And always wash before you touch any food. Germs are everywhere, from doorknobs to money to all over your hands. Hands can transfer germs from contaminated foods or infected people to food. And though you can't see or smell or feel germs, they exist and spread easily, especially in a kitchen. 2. Always wash cutting boards, dishes, utensils, and countertops with hot, soapy water after preparing each food item and before you prepare the next food item. Use plastic or other non-porous cutting boards. After use, wash with hot, soapy water or run through the dishwasher. Use paper towels to clean up kitchen surfaces because you can quickly throw them out. If you use cloth towels, wash them often in the hot cycle of your washing machine. Even if you use gloves, wash your hand after cleaning or disinfecting surfaces. Separate. When shopping or preparing food, separate raw meat, poultry, and seafood from other foods in your grocery shopping cart, in grocery bags, and in your refrigerator. Use a different cutting board for raw meat products if possible. Always wash your hands, cutting boards, dishes, and utensils with hot soapy water after they come in contact with raw meat, poultry, and seafood. Never place cooked food on a plate that previously held raw meat, poultry, or seafood. Use a clean plate. Never place cooked food back on the same plate or cutting board that previously held raw food items. 3. Cooking. Cooking foods for a long enough time and at a high enough temperature can kill harmful germs that cause foodborne illnesses like E. coli. Use a clean thermometer, which means or measures the internal temperature of cooked foods to make sure that meat, poultry, casseroles, and other foods are cooked all the way through. Do not eat ground beef that is still pink. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention suggests that eating uncooked pink ground beef leads to a higher risk of illness. Cook eggs until the yolk and white are firm. Don't use recipes in which eggs remain raw or only partially cooked. Cook fish until it's opaque. kind of white, not transparent, where you can still see through it, and until it flakes easily with the fork, or comes up easily when you use a fork. For best results when microwaving covered food, stir and rotate for even cooking. If there is no turntable, the little round dish that goes around and moves, rotate the dish by hand once or twice during cooking. Bring sauces, soups, and gravies to a boil when reheating. Heat other leftovers thoroughly to 165 degrees Fahrenheit. Cook food to the proper temperature by using the chart on the next slide to determine when food is cooked thoroughly. Chill. Cold temperatures keep germs from growing and multiplying, which is why you should promptly, or as soon as possible, refrigerate the food you purchase from the grocery store, as well as any leftovers from that family picnic. Set your refrigerator to no higher than 40 degrees Fahrenheit and your freezer at 0 degrees Fahrenheit. Refrigerate or freeze perishables, prepared food, and leftovers within 2 hours. Never defrost food at room temperature. Thaw food in the refrigerator, under cold running water, or in the microwave. Marinate foods in the refrigerator. Divide large amount of leftovers in small shallow containers for quick cooling in the refrigerator. Don't overpack the refrigerator. Cool air must circulate to keep food safe. Please complete your calendar and your Skills for Health course. You can contact me via your K-mail or via Outlook mail at aturner@lavirtual.org or by phone at 504-322-7543. If you are watching this recording, please visit this link to receive credit for today's lesson. You'll type in each letter of the link into a new URL, and then you will proceed to that URL. The password is chicken.